If you have a question for Esme, please raise your hand and we'll get you the mic. I see you already have it.
Esme, congrats on the win. Thanks for speaking with us. I wanted to know, in general, it seemed like from the opening kickoff to essentially to full time, you kind of had control of the game from throughout, with the ball, without the ball. How'd you make it happen? How did this pan out in such a dominant way?
I think we're obviously coming into this part of the season with a lot of confidence because of how we played the second half of the season. I feel like we've had so much fluidity in our attack and been really aggressive defensively and made a habit of winning the ball high up the pitch and then being dangerous on the transition too. So I think it's just sort of carrying on those good feelings that we have about how we're playing right now, and we felt really good about the game plan, really prepared, and we spoke before the game about just starting fast and kind of putting the hammer down early, and it felt like we did that. We just got straight at them, had a couple of good chances, and from there you have the momentum, and it's just about maintaining that pressure and keeping it. And it was nice to score a first half goal because I feel like we've gone into half-time quite a few times where we've dominated but not got anything to show for it. So it was nice to go in 1-0 up, but we kept saying we want to push for more because we felt like we were so on top. We didn't want to leave it in the balance where we could be punished by one freak opportunity at the end. So getting that second goal was really, really exciting too.
It seemed like from your role today specifically, you were able to sort of come inside maybe and find some passing lanes, and it's, you know, from the early going, Monday's goal that got called back comes from your pass. What were you seeing that was giving you and other teammates those kind of openings where it was like the lanes are open to enter the box and not just knock it around the back?
Yeah, I think they were quite stretched. Their wingers kind of sat in and were quite late to jump. So when we had our players wide, it kind of pulled out their full-backs, which meant there were quite big gaps down the side of their centre-backs. And I feel like we overloaded their midfield really well with Rebe and Hal in base and Croix and Lacey in the pockets, and they were quite indecisive in knowing who to jump to. So I feel like when that's the case, you just have to keep your eyes up and analyse where the opening's going to be. And we've got players who are so talented on getting on the half turn and turning when I do find those passes. So yeah, it's nice to play with players who are intelligent to pick up the pockets that are there.
I'll pass the mic over to someone. Croix, I do want to say congrats on the goal and the win. Maybe take us through the goal. Not just the goal, but it seemed like you maybe innovated on celebration front by your goal seemed like part of the celebration, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I missed a gimme earlier in the game, and just anticipating the long ball and seeing that they had one defender back, and you're going against Gift. So in those odds, I'm picking Gift. The defender kind of scuffled and hit the ball, and I just kept running, beat the keeper, and at that point I'm like, yeah, I'm rocketing this in the back of the net.
I appreciated you taking your time though, because it allowed us all to get up ready to celebrate. So.
Yeah.
It was great.
Congrats on the win, certainly. A question for both of you. 90 minutes, we're not doing 120, a 90-minute game, and
Solidifying that win for us. Yeah, the game's still going on, but it's pretty hard to score 2 goals, 3 goals in 5 minutes. So really getting the job done for the team.
congrats.
Thank you.
So being a Spirit fan is like a key part of being a Spirit fan is keeping hope with how many last-minute goals have won games. But I also think off the field this season, there's been a lot of hope created by the Spirit community. There's chants, there's food drives, discounts for furloughed workers. I just wanted to, with the last home game having happened, ask for your guys' reflections on what doing that, whatever happens next week, means to you all, and if you take that into the field with you.
We all love this city so much, and we feel the passion that the people from the DMV have for this place and for this team that represents them. And so obviously it's been a difficult year for the area, so much has happened, and I feel like we feel a responsibility as the Spirit to bring joy to people and be an event that people can look forward to. And it does feel like such a community and such a family when you're in the stands. Everyone's just pulling together as one. You feel the love from the stands when you're on the pitch, and we try to throw that back out with the heart that we play with our celebrations, with engaging with the fans. And yeah, we're so grateful for the support because there's no other atmosphere like it in this league. it's the best by far. So we're very, very lucky to play here, and we hope that our performances can reflect the passion that all of the supporters feel for the team, and that we show the same passion towards the DMV.
Go to Jake in the back.
Congratulations, guys. Question for Esme. You guys defensively shutting out a team that's obviously was in a semifinal match, but also I think third in the league in scoring. Just your thoughts on how well the defensive side of the ball performed today as you guys kept them out of the back of the net.
Yeah, really good. Aubrey just came into the change room actually, and she was like, "Thanks for making my job easy today, guys." I was like, "Did you just have one save to make?" And she said yes. So obviously that's good. We want to keep it as far away from Orbs as possible, but I think the defending started from the very front. We pressed really well. We jumped out at the right moments and just suffocated them, and I feel like we won the ball inside their half so many times. So it actually didn't get to having to defend the box and emergency defend too much until maybe the very end of the game, and we always back ourselves to kind of put our bodies on the line and just do whatever it takes to keep it out. So it's a lot of fun to keep a clean sheet and just have that as the foundation for us to then trust that the talent that we have on the pitch is going to get us a goal and win us the game. So yeah, grateful that happened today.
And you just kind of mentioned a little bit about the passion and the way you guys play, not just for yourselves but for the supporters. But how close has this team gotten during this season up until this point as you guys get ready for an NWSL final for the second year in a row?
To each other, do you mean?
Yeah,
Sorry.
just how close has this team gotten? Because there's been a lot of injuries and you know stuff like that. But you talked about the outside stuff and playing for the crowd and whatnot. But just how has it been kind of coming together throughout this season as you guys get ready for the final?
Yeah, we love each other. I mean, ever since I came to the Spirit last year, I felt like I had a whole squad of sisters. Like, we're so close, we have such a laugh together, care about each other so much, and I think that translates to the energy and effort that you see us bring on the pitch, because you just want to fight for the person next to you. So it's a lot of fun to be a part of.
Yeah,
Agree?
I do.
Jose.
Go Jags.
Congrats to both of you. Either one of you could respond. Those who went to training yesterday, we saw a very more relaxed spirit, considering it's the semifinal, one of the biggest games of the year. But you guys were very relaxed, having fun. And then coming into this game, you could kind of see the joy in your guys' play. Like, can you kind of go into the attitude you guys came into this game and how it was easy to reflect that in the way you guys play today and how it made it easier to play the way you guys played?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like for us, we've had a pretty good season, and emphasis on good. I mean, it's gotten us here, but sometimes you don't want to hit your peak too early, because once you hit playoffs, it's like you can either keep rising or you can drop really quick. And I feel like for us, we've been in this steady spot that's been pretty good, and I feel like these past two games, honestly, has been the best soccer that we've played. So, yeah, I mean, the training yesterday was pretty calm, but we're just trying to stay in that flow, stay in that rhythm, and of course we have one more game to like really show it all, but I feel like we're just kind of like keeping that vibe. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
We'll go to our junior reporter here in the corner.
You got it.
Okay. Hi, my name is Maylin Elf, junior reporter. What is the most empowering thing about playing soccer?
For me, I think it's the friendships you build. Ever since I played football, I've always just made friends through it. You get so close to people because you ride such highs and lows together, and you pull together because you're out to achieve the same goal. And so to me, the relationships you build last a lifetime. My closest friends are in football, and so I think that's the most special part, and it makes winning and being successful alongside those people so much better, because you look left and right and you're like, I love you and I'm so happy to achieve this with you. So to me, that's the most empowering thing.
You're so sweet. That was
Thanks,
so cute.
Your turn.
Well, I can't say that. Honestly, yeah, besides like friends and family, I'd say like the youth. There's so many kids that look up to us, and it's kind of crazy. Like, a little girl just told me, I want to be just like you. And I'm like, no, thank you, but like, be you, like be the best version of you. So just knowing that like kids are always watching us, whether we're playing soccer or just being normal people, TikToks or whatever, like they're always watching.
All right.
6, 7.
All right, we'll bring the mic to this side. Whoever can help. We'll go to Rowie in the front.
Croix, congratulations, and I would like to
Thank
know tomorrow playing Orlando against Gotham, and I would like to know which team would you like to play against in the final.
Whoever's scared to play us.
And what about you, Esme?
We'll go to Rowie.
Oh, and Esme.
I have lots of reasons for wanting to beat both of them, so I really don't care.
Thank you both. Congratulations. I wanted to ask about recovery and like mistake prevention or like addressing things as they come. Esme, I noticed in the second half there was a play where the ball kind of got behind you and you were still able to recover and get it out of danger. I was just curious how much, what was going through your head in that moment, and also just how much has sort of recovery and making sure that you're on the ball or like play continues been part of like your improvement this season?
Yeah, I'm sorry I don't remember the specific situation because my brain gets a bit busy, but I think just in general, that was my seat, by the way.
Okay.
Just to be clear.
No, because I looked over like.
I'm going to see if I can do it again just to demonstrate. Nah. Never mind, I promise. There we go. Anyway, yeah, I think since coming to this league, like, because there's so many vertical threats, so many athletic fast forwards, I think my reading of when the cues are that they're going to play in behind has really improved. So I'm kind of just getting better at timing when I drop and getting better at using my body to step across players so that I can be first to the ball, because I've always been someone who's been fast, but maybe my reading of those situations has had to come on a lot since I came here. So yeah, I think that's an area that's developed a lot, and in those moments towards the end of games when someone gets in behind, I feel like no matter how tired you are, you can always find that extra gear to just kick into it and make sure you get there first. So yeah.
And Croix, I saw you ventured into the supporters section today after the game. How much did seeing Esme do it last week make you say, I have to go do this assuming we win?
Yeah, that was my inspiration. It looks like so much fun. I honestly didn't see it in person. I don't know how. But yeah, I had to follow up and get up there.
What was it like?
It was a lot of fun. Great view. It's a different view from like being low and seeing up high. I felt tall. It was a lot of fun.
For once.
Stop.
Hey guys, congratulations. I just wanted to, big game next week, 2 familiar foes. How do you go into this next game ensuring that the result is different this year than last year?
Yeah, I mean, we have a different team this year. I feel like last year we had a lot of people that were out and injured. Not that that's an excuse, but I feel like this year we have a different team. We're a lot more versatile, a lot more options. And I don't know, I just feel like we're very prepared this year. Not that we weren't last year, it's just it's a different game. It'll be a different game.
It's your guys' first clean sheet in like about a month and a half. How good does it feel to get it here? And can you just speak on Esme, can you just speak on the back line as a whole today, really preventing anything from getting to Aubrey?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realise it was that long. I felt kind of solid defensively recently, and I feel like we've been punished by just lapse moments, and it's been like we've dominated the whole game and then just one moment has cost us. So I think throughout games we defended well, and it was nice that we carried that into this game and been rewarded for it, and managed to keep it out. I felt really solid. I feel like we had really good communication. Everyone was super aggressive going into their duels, attacking balls in the air, going to meet them, and just staying on task really. So yeah, proud of the effort.
Thanks.
Hi, congrats for the win. What it does the season mean for both of you?
Yeah, I think I've loved this season as a whole. I think regardless of what happens next weekend, although I am steadfast in my belief that we're going to go all the way, I think I'll be really proud and look back on this as one of the favourite seasons I've played, because we're such a tight-knit group and that makes everything more enjoyable. I go to training every day and I'm super excited, and I love coming to Audi because we have the best atmosphere in the league and you feel so close to the supporters and the noise is just insane. So I've got a lot of standout moments from this season that I'll reflect on years down the line and be like, that was a lot of fun, especially these playoff games. So yeah, lots of good things to look back on. I think we've grown a lot as a team throughout the season, and hopefully we can just have this one last game and top it all off with a big win.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, individually, that was not English. Individually, I'm very proud of myself for bouncing back from this injury and getting back into the flow of things. As a unit, pretty much emphasizing what you said, like off the field, we're great people, and it shows on the field. We have so much fun behind the scenes that y'all can't see, that like it makes the soccer piece even more fun. And to be going this far back to the ship, like, we're excited, and I'm steadfast in the belief that we're going all the way.
The ship is so American.
What do you say? What do you say?
The ship.
What do you say?
The championship.
Okay, fair.
Last one, Jason.
I wanted to ask you both about Rose Kawasi. Not just her assist on the first goal, but just kind of in general. It seems like she opens up so much for the entire rest of the team with the ground she can cover and how fast she can cover it. I guess it's kind of like the floor is yours, but could you please talk about Rose Kawasi?
Queen.
Baller.
Yeah. No one can match her. Like, no one can match her in the league. She's just got such brilliant timing for knowing when to turn on her pace and blitz past someone. And that goal was just ridiculous, going the full length of the pitch. When she was lying down, I was like, Rose, are you hurt? Are you okay? And she was like, she was fine. I think she was just tired from sprinting the full length of the pitch. But yeah, it's such an incredible assist. She's so great to play with.
Yeah, I mean, speed, her feet, like, she's cheeky. She just has so many options, and yeah, we're emphasizing like the offensive part, but defensive-wise, don't sleep on her. She knows how to defend a player 1v1. If she does get beat, which doesn't happen often, she'll track back and then still get the ball. When she's on, and for us, these past 2 games, she's been balling.
We love Rose.
Yeah.
All right, great note to end on. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Y'all.
Thank you.
All right, we're joined by Washington Spirit head coach Adrián González. If you have a question, please raise your hand and we'll get you the mic. Start with Jason.
Adrián, thanks for speaking with us. Congrats on the win and
Thank you.
you know, kind of a return to the normal game thing a little bit. I'm wondering what you saw in terms of the team controlling the match. It felt like for the majority of it, it was kind of completely in your hands.
Thank you. Well, I think we know, obviously, the threats that Portland had. We were trying to avoid any type of transition, reducing the spaces, especially inside also, because we know that, especially in the middle, they are very strong with Coffee, Fleming, obviously Moultrie, and also Dana going there. So sometimes they had 4 players inside, so we wanted to protect that space, and also transitions with Turner. So I think we've done a good job pressing the center backs, not allowing them to play easy long balls. And yeah, that helps, you know, to once you win the ball back, you are, again, close to each other. And on the ball, I think we had the patience that we needed. And yeah, creating chances again, being dangerous, I think, in the last third, and obviously scoring goals. So really good rest defense, so to try to play in the half as much as possible. And yeah, I think the team has done a great job, and that's why maybe we could have more control today.
I was thinking about this during the match. Even before you arrived, almost 2 years ago, this is kind of a long-standing thing with the Spirit, where the start of matches has maybe not, that first 15 has maybe not been the best for the team. But today it was goal called back, score again, basically camped out in their end. I was hoping you could tell us a little about the group's mentality and sort of shifting that to make sure that those minutes are, for lack of a better way to put it, your minutes and not the opposition's minutes.
Yeah, the start is always, I think, something really important, because you can send a message to the team, to the opponent, to the fans, and obviously you can connect, especially here with our fans, so that gives you an extra push. We've been preparing the game, I think, really good mentally and emotionally, because last one against Louisville was so hard, and I think, you know, after the game we were exhausted because of the extra time, PK, so emotionally it was so intense. So it took a while to recover from that, but I think we've been managing really good the week, knowing that today we needed that energy again, because obviously we know that Portland is a great team, and also I think they are very strong also physically and mentally. So I think the team has done a great job, you know, being locked in, believing until the end, playing as we want to be with the personality that we have. So yeah, I think that's the reason why.
Andre.
Hey, Adrián. Congrats on the win. Also wanted to ask about just the nature of the win. You know, we've always joked about Spirit in normal games, but this game felt very confident for the entirety of the game. There wasn't really a moment where the Thorns looked like they were going to be very dangerous. So as a coach, how does that really where does this rank, this performance rank, in terms of this is everything you've been wanting to see from the team from full 90?
Yeah, grateful to see how players again executed the game plan, and I'm proud of them, because it's not easy playing a semifinals with that personality. There is a lot of noise, there are a lot of emotions, a lot of pressure, so being able to manage that, I think, speaks about how this team has improved. And obviously we've been building that during the whole season. So I think right now we are seeing the results because of what we did in the past. So we've been believing that, all the hard work during the weeks with 2 competitions, we were just creating that muscle memory and also those connections. So right now it's easier because we've done that before. And playing here again at Audi, it seems like, easy. It's not, but with our fans and also knowing what we have to do, I think the players right now, it's just a matter of just repeating and let them play. So I said that last week, that I didn't want them to think too much, because sometimes when you are overthinking, you cannot express your talent. So we've been building that in the past, so now it's not time to think. It's time to play, to play with that flow, with that creativity that we have, and this is what they are doing.
Appreciate that. And then on the note of improvement, I wanted to talk about Rose a little bit, because when she first got in, we were looking at, her numbers were outrageous. She just wasn't getting the output in terms of goal production. But you talked about her needing to improve defensively, and now she's been much improved defensively, and she's getting that output in terms of being able to change games by getting the ball in the back of the net.
Absolutely. I think defensively she's doing a great job, because sometimes we play against teams who like pushing the outside backs, and that's something that we need to defend, obviously. So our wingers, they need to drop sometimes, they need to defend that. She's also helping us defending the middle on the weak side, sometimes closing. That helps the midfielders to be more compact. And if she needs to join the back line, so she's fine with that. And also I think attacking, she has more calm. She's more calm on the ball. Even though she's so fast, she has an amazing pace. She's able to have that time to decide. I think her decision making has improved a lot, especially on the last third. When she needs to attack quick, but sometimes if the option is not open, she just stops the game and recycles. So that gives us a little bit of time. And also I think she's threatening behind really good. Assisting, crossing, and also getting into the box. So very, very happy for her, because again, a player like her, usually everyone is just, everyone is talking just about the highlights or the assists or the goals, but it's really important that players with that quality also have that mindset in terms of defending. So we all want to defend. Obviously, Rose, you see Monday also defending, Sophia, Trin. So all the attackers, they need to defend, and that's going to give us a lot.
Appreciate it. Thank you, and congrats.
Thank you.
We could go to Luis in the front.
Coach, felicidades por la victoria. Primero quiero preguntarte cómo te sientes en llegar a tu primera final como head coach y la segunda como parte del equipo.
Pues evidentemente muy contento y orgulloso, sobre todo por el equipo, ¿no? Ha sido, creo que, un trabajo excepcional durante toda la temporada, una temporada larga, que evidentemente con muchos partidos, con mucho viaje, con mucho entrenamiento, pero una temporada de muchísimo aprendizaje. Pues bueno, contento también por las jugadoras, porque creo que se lo merecen. Han hecho un trabajo fantástico, y todo el cuerpo técnico también, y poder tener la capacidad otra vez y la oportunidad de jugar otra final, pues creo que habla muy bien, ¿no? de lo que está haciendo el club. Queremos ser un club que está ahí cada año peleando por eso, y bueno, pues mucho orgullo de poder disputar otra vez una final. Y nada, vamos a intentar pues eso, celebrarlo hoy, pero también estando tranquilos, sabiendo que el trabajo no está hecho todavía, queda un partido, y evidentemente hay que tener calma, porque todavía queda, como digo, pues uno más, y vamos a intentar ir allí, pues evidentemente a conseguirlo.
Sé que los partidos se juegan diferentes días, son diferentes partidos, pero ¿qué ajustes hiciste con el equipo para que no se volviera a repetir el escenario de los cuartos de finales y terminarlo en los 90?
Bueno, al final el planteamiento era similar. Yo creo que también la semana pasada, en la segunda parte, creo que el equipo se empezó a separar mucho otra vez, a tener poca paciencia en intentar atacar muy vertical, en lanzar balones largos muy pronto, y eso facilitaba que Louisville en ese caso pues tuviera mucho espacio para transitar y perdiéramos a veces pues demasiados balones que quizá no tocaba. Creo que el equipo hoy, sobre todo con balón, ha transmitido muchísima calma, paciencia. Estábamos muy juntas también, que creo que eso nos ha ayudado a progresar, y creo que hemos hecho un trabajo también muy bueno en el race defense para intentar evitar cualquier tipo de transición y que el partido no se volviera quizá tan loco.
Hi, Coach. Thank you for the time. Another player, in addition to Rose, that we've talked about the journey this year is Gift. And I'm curious how much of their relationship has in their chemistry has grown naturally, and how much is it something that the staff has been working to build between them on field, that we've seen, especially in the last couple of games, them really click together?
Between Monday and Rose?
Yeah.
Yeah, they love each other, so that's why. They spend a lot of time together, dancing and hanging out. So, obviously, the only thing that we can do is on the field provoking those connections. We do that obviously with all players, understanding what the teammate needs from in this case from Monday or Rose, knowing that which strengths they have, building those nonverbal communication, understanding the meaning of each movement, of each pass. So we have a lot of work behind those situations. So every movement, every pass, according to the rhythm, to how we with the pace of the ball, the weight of the pass, the body shape. So we have a lot of situations that help them to communicate without talking. Obviously, you need to repeat that during the trainings. So that's what we provoke on the field. But then obviously the connection that they have out of the field, that helps. And I think right now they understand each other very good. You are seeing also other connections that are appearing now, maybe Croix, Sofia, and also Monday Croix. Obviously, Lacey Croix, it was that in the past. Now they're also in the middle with Hal. So something that we build because we believe that that's really important. At the end of the day, they play, and they need to know what they want from each other.
And then you talked a lot about mentality. Curious how important maybe making sure that Trinity got on the field the last couple of minutes so she had something maybe that wasn't a championship game as her first game back, having been away so long was.
Yeah, that was something that we were considering because I think it's important as an athlete, and we talk about that with her. And if the scenario was able to, to have the opportunity like today, I think it's important to get those minutes to feel that you are a player again, on the field. So getting also those minutes, I think it's been great for her, also for the team and also for the fans. So that was something important. We didn't want to take too much, risk, obviously, in terms of minutes, but I think she's been doing a great job trying to push recovery, and being able now to have the opportunity to get some minutes. So all the credit on her and also on the performance and medical department. And yeah, that was something I think important mentally and emotionally for her.
Thank you.
We'll go to our junior reporter in the back.
Okay. Hi, my name is Maylin Elf, junior reporter.
Could you speak louder? No worries.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. You're doing
How
amazing.
do you manage the team's emotions going into the finals?
Wow. I haven't had time to think about it, but I'll try to answer. I think it's gonna be important to have a normal week, if I can say like that. I know it's not gonna be normal because there will be a lot of noise, media, cameras, and yeah, a lot of expectations. But we try to be very calm. Even we win or we lose, so we try to be, in that center. And I think it's gonna be important that we can have a normal week, like always, with our routines, with the same training sessions, trying to replicate what we've been doing during the season, and try to normalize the week as much as possible. You're welcome.
Go to Jake.
Coach, congratulations. Last match at Audi for the season. How great was it to kind of go out with a 2-0 performance? You guys get a shutout against a good Portland team.
Yeah, I think we've had the best performance that we could have today, and bringing that to our fans, I think it's been amazing. After last week that we suffer a little bit, so I think today the team has done a great job. I think during 90 minutes, so having that performance here, I think they deserve it, to be honest, and it's been great to bring that joy again and that performance, that confidence, and being dominant. So they've been supporting us the whole season, and now they've been amazing the last 2 games. And at the end of the game, some of them, they were like, okay, see you in San Francisco. I was like, yeah. So they are always there, and it's great. So I want to say thank you again because I think we are where we are also because of them. And yeah, we will try to have another great day and last week.
A lot of the players.
Next week, sorry.
Yeah, you're good. A lot of players coming off the field were talking about how at the beginning of the year, you guys barely had enough people to sub in to games because of the amount of injuries you guys had that kind of came from the end of last season. Do you guys feel like you're at the kind of trending in the right direction when it comes to health and as well as performance on the field?
Yeah, absolutely. We always try to optimize the performance as much as possible, and I think it's important knowing how this competition works to try to be in your peak of performance at this point of the season. Sometimes it's not easy because, again, there are a lot of external factors that you cannot control, a lot of games, and also this season was a kind of a challenge also that the CONCACAF, national games. Fortunately, we have a lot of players that are participating with the national teams, and that add, a lot of troubles and a lot of fatigue. So you need to consider a lot of things. But I think we've done a great job, and right now I feel that the team is on her, on the peak of performance that we want.
Do you guys approach championship week the same way you did last year, or are you going to change it up a little bit?
What do you mean?
Just preparation, like last year you guys going into it, obviously you weren't the head coach, but like, do you change anything with the preparation and how you guys practice and compete going into this year in hopes of getting a different result?
Obviously it's going to be different because we are a different team, different, I think people around, and maybe last season was the first time that when we were starting this project that we had the chance to go there. I don't know if people were expecting that at the beginning of the season, and at the end of the day we were just there. So, but right now I feel the team is going to learn from that experience. We have a lot of players that played that final or that were there, and also I was there. So I think that gives you, the confidence that you already know how it works. But obviously the team is going to be different. So we are going to prepare the week as always. I like also feeling during the week what the team needs, but as I was saying, so we are going to try to normalize the week and go there and prepare the game as we always do.
Take one last one.
Adrián, felicitaciones. Es muy emocionante tenerte porque esta vez vienes como el head coach y en esta semifinal, y también porque has hecho un muy buen trabajo. Llegar a la semifinal no es algo fácil y se te ve a veces en tu cara, te ves cansado, pero esta vez con la diferencia que tienes tus 2 pies sanos y no tienes que preocuparte de estar empujando las muletas, pero cuéntanos un poco cómo es para ti estar en esta semifinal y contar también con estas chicas tan extraordinarias como lo es Rose, que corrió de una manera impresionante y tiene esa buena chemistry con Gift Monday, y también el gol que hizo Croix Bethune. Cuéntanos un poco sobre todo esto que te estoy diciendo.
Bueno, pues muchas gracias. Evidentemente muy contento y orgulloso del equipo. Creo que, como bien decía, ha sido un año intenso, pues de muchísimos partidos, de muchos viajes, entrenos, y evidentemente que estoy cansado, pero lo hago con muchísimo gusto. Disfruto mucho viendo cómo el equipo mejora, cómo las jugadoras crecen cada día, y evidentemente pues muchísimo orgullo. Creo que se lo merecen, y todo el staff y todo el club también merece estar otra vez en la final. Y a partir de ahí, pues nada, intentar prepararla de la mejor manera posible, y muy contento también, pues como decías, ¿no? Rose, en este caso, y Croix, pues que puedan seguir aportando asistencias, goles y muchísimo peligro, sobre todo en ataque, pues contento por ellas. Al final creo que todas las jugadoras están evolucionando muchísimo, y como bien decía tu compañero, creo que estamos encontrando ahora mismo nuestro pico a nivel de rendimiento y en el mejor momento.
Muchas gracias, Adrián.
Thanks, Audrey. Thanks, everyone.
That's it? Nice.
Una sonrisa, Adrián.